What's good, sports family? So breaking news, yes, as you see from the title, the New York Mets have traded away their longtime Met Jeff McNeil to the Athletics, and let's get into the details right now. So the second baseman Jeff McNeil was traded to the Athletics. The Mets also sending cash to the Athletics to help cover McNeil's salary, about $15.75 million in 2026, plus a $2 million buyout as part of the deal. In return, the Mets receive a low-level minor league pitcher from the Athletics, which his name is Jordan Rodriguez, a rookie ball pitching prospect. So let's get into why the Mets made the deal and why the Athletics made the deal. And I'll give you guys more information about, the minor leaguer that the Mets got back. So the roster reconstruction and rebuild, the Mets are in a mindset of a major offseason overhaul, shifting away from long-standing veterans and reshaping the roster. McNeil is one of the several established players moved this winter. The Mets already acquired second baseman Marcus Semien to take over McNeil's spot, so McNeil became, a surplus second baseman. By trading away McNeil and sending cash to the A's, the Mets cleared a payroll space, a part of their broader offseason plan after losing Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz in free agency and bringing in other players. And last but not least, although the return of a rookie-level arm, this trade gives the Mets another young piece for the farm system as they continue longer-term build. Now, why did the Athletics make this trade? Well, adding Jeff McNeil provides the Athletics with a proven major league bat and a versatile defender, which adds experience and offensive potential to a young roster. The A's received financial help from the Mets, meaning they're not fully on the hook of McNeil's contract, making the addition more appealing for the Athletics payroll structure. And last but not least, Athletics front office is trying to improve team performance and may see McNeil as a piece who can help them win more games sooner, rather than, stocking prospects. So, pretty much, the Mets are replacing a second baseman, for a young pitching prospect to help them, for the future. And the Athletics are getting a veteran bat who will help them be much more competitive this year. Now, let's get into more detail about this young pitching prospect. So, Jordan Rodriguez, a right-handed pitcher who has pitched in rookie ball, the lowest level in the minor leagues. Along with Rodriguez, the Mets are also getting cash from the A's as part of the deal to help offset some of Jeff McNeil's salary, which I already said that. Now, as for Rodriguez, he is a young... Hold on a second. He is a young prospect that, he's not whoa, but it's something. As for Rodriguez, he had 8 games he played last year, 2 wins, 0 losses, earned runs average about 293, which is impressive. It's impressive, so something. Inning pitch 15.1, strikeout 20, and whip 1.24. So this stats is all for 2025. He has a strong ERA, shows that he limited runs effective in his limited innings. Good strikeout rate, 20 strikeouts in just 15.1 innings. It is solid, that level for a young arm. And also with only 15 innings pitch, these numbers are encouraging, still early in his career. So he's still young. He got a lot to learn. It's something. Now, who do you think won this trade? I think the Athletics kind of won this one. They just gave up a pitching prospect that they don't really need. They got a veteran bat in Jeff McNeil, who can somewhat produce. If you guys saw last year, McNeil didn't do so well in the beginning, and then all of a sudden towards the end of the season, he started to click. And I think adding McNeil to the Athletics lineup is really good. I think that definitely, gives their team much more of, a veteran presence, but also a better bat. I know the Athletics have somewhat of a decent bat, but not as good as what you would think. The Athletics won this trade. I mean, they got money for McNeil's salary. On top of that, they just gave away one prospect. They won this one. The Mets. Wow. This one is very, very interesting because they should have traded Jeff McNeil a while ago. They had all the time in the world. If they got rid of him when they won the batting title, I think, or almost won it, if I'm correct on that, one or the other, I think he definitely would have, I think they definitely would have gotten something out of it. Now, when they signed him for an extension, a lot of money, he was playing bad, so they couldn't really get nothing out of it. Now, they're stuck with a young pitching prospect that we have no idea how he's going to pan out. He's still young. He has some time to grow. So we just got to wait to see. But like I said, I think the Mets lost this trade for sure. The Athletics won this one. I hope the pitching prospect does really good. He comes up to the majors. Not this year, but in a couple of years. He's still young. As the Jeff McNeil, as a New York Mets fan, I know I should be wearing this shirt, but as a New York Mets fan, thank you for the memories. It stinks that we have to let all our homegrown players leave, but I honestly truly think that Jeff McNeil's personality kind of ruined the locker room a little bit with Lindor. I think that's why they got rid of him. I have a weird feeling because the last 2 or 3 years, ever since Lindor came, there was some type of issue. We all don't know. We don't know. But I think that's the one of the reasons why they got traded him away. Because he did somewhat play pretty decent towards the end of the season. So, I think if him and Lindor wasn't, like, beefing, I think he would have maybe stayed. But who really knows, man? But, hey, guys, let me know in the comments who won this trade, the Mets or the Athletics, and how you would think both of these teams will be doing going forward. And I'll see you guys next video.